Claret TV speaking to Chelmsford City manager Robbie Simpson following the 1-0 defeat here in the Essex Senior Cup. Robbie, what did you make of today's game?
Well, first off, we didn't treat it like a semi-final derby against our local rivals, that's for sure, attitude-wise. And that's what's lost us the game. There's many reasons why we haven't won the game, but we've lost the game because of that in the first half. And it's similar to Saturday. Look, one mistake's cost us. Yes, we're a makeshift back four, but it doesn't matter. That's not why we've conceded there. It's pure fight, determination, anger, aggression, gritted teeth that we didn't have in that first half. We didn't play badly in the first half, but it doesn't matter if you don't have that in big games like tonight. It's a non-starter. You can't wait till the second half to have it. Even it's just it has to be a given from the first minute in games like tonight. It has to be, and we didn't have that in the first half, and that's the reason why we've lost the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's, like you say, been a tough game, and to have gone out to a single goal, I mean, personally don't really remember Braintree having too much other than the opportunity that they've scored from. There's kind of a lot that the squad can kind of take from tonight. What would you say needs to be what we need to look at between now and obviously improving going forwards?
Well, you're right that they didn't have a lot other than their goal. But I only want our squad to take one thing away from tonight, and that is that if they want to be weak, if they want to be slow to anticipate a loose ball, if they don't have desire from minute one, then they are going nowhere. We are going nowhere. And in fact, they are going somewhere. They're going out of this club. Because that is not an attitude that reflects me as a person or as a player. You know, I've had to fight for a lot. During my football career, I was never the best, most skillful player, but I got the most out of my ability because I worked as hard as I could and I fought as hard as I could. And even if I couldn't win something, I made sure the player that was playing against me couldn't win it either. And some of our lads need to learn that sometimes that's what football is about. It's not about a pretty 1-2 touch game, step overs, all of that. It's not football, especially at this level, especially in a cup semi-final in a derby. That's not football. And I've been patient with a lot of them in that sense, a lot of them. And the more it matters, the more it makes me angry, and the more that they have to listen, otherwise they will not play for me. They will not. Because we want this club to move forward. I want the team to develop and move forward. And yes, I want to be pretty on the eye, but first and foremost, if you don't have that attitude to grit your teeth, then you're a non-starter. So I hope they take that one thing away from tonight, and I never want to see a weak team that looks like little boys that's easily shrugged off the ball in any game, let alone crunch games, which every game's from now to the end of the season, every game is a crunch game. And we have to do it from minute one. We've started the first half of games recently far too slowly, far too weak. And I've given them the benefit of the doubt in a few games. You know, the 0-0 we had at Dover, the 2-0 win we had at Slough, the 1-0 win we had the other night, which everybody goes home really happy, but on reflection, we were really poor in the first half of all of those games. And I can dress it up how I want. Yeah, they were building themselves into the game, they were staying strong, being resolute, and then waiting for that one opportunity. But we can't carry on waiting. We can't carry on wasting first halves with that attitude. We can't. So, yeah, I hope they've gone home from today with that firmly in their minds, and I never want to see the attitude that we showed in the first half ever again.
I mean, you kind of alluded to it in what you just said there, that every game between now and the end of the season is a crunch fixture, with 943 fans in tonight, a fairly similar number on Saturday. How important is it now that the fans come and really get behind the squad, with the squad to match performances with what they're getting from the fans, and really push between now and that final game of the season?
Yeah, of course it's important, but I've said all along, we need to give them something. We need to give them something to get behind us, and in the first half of pretty much of every game in the last 5 or 6, we haven't. So, you know, we need to give them something first and foremost, that's for sure, and then they will get behind us, because they've shown that this season. So, yeah, and I think that the most frustrating thing is that we played really well in that second half, but it's a lot harder when the team's hanging on to a lead. It's a lot harder. It gives ourselves a really much tougher job when we're 1-0 down, through our attitude in the first half, through our weakness in the first half. You know, a few of them look like little boys, to be honest with you, and you know, games like tonight especially, and games now moving forward to the end of the season, we just can't accept it. They shouldn't accept it of each other, and I certainly won't accept it.
I mean, we're now kind of obviously out of the Essex Senior Cup. We've got the Tolshan Darcy Memorial when that rolls round, but obviously the main thing is obviously the focus on the league, and that starts with Eastbourne. Sorry, this coming weekend. How kind of important is it now to get the preparation in between what is now where we are Monday and the game away on Saturday?
Well, massive. I mean, no one has told me tonight that I can't drop them. And again, that's another theme recently. Since the turn of the year, no one has said to me, "You cannot drop me, Simo. I'm that important, I'm playing that well." None of them. So, get the fingers out and show me why you're so important to me, that I cannot leave you out in big crunch matches from now to the end of the season.
Yeah, obviously unlucky today, Simo. We're out of the Essex Senior Cup, but full focus on the league. All the best, and see you on Saturday.
Cheers, Josh.